Jamil. Mobile is standing on its journey now. Hoping to get back in the draw for the Mobile is number 2, Four Lonely Nights, and hoping to do one more trial. To get back into the races is number 3, What a Rockstar. About to be let go, heading into the front straight. Green lights on and they're off and pacing now. Coming out pretty well on the outside was a Rock and Roll Waltz, also with Four Lonely Nights. What a Rock and Roll Waltz is racing away to lead now for Trevor Hilson, is hoping to get the lead, but Four Lonely Nights is pulling a little bit and it's making it a bit hard for the outside to get to the front. So a bit more chasing on, and a Rock and Roll Waltz is making his way to the lead out for Trevor Hilson after a hard time trying to get there. Four Lonely Nights is in a second position now, also with What a Rockstar, and Speculator and Backlast Walls are Doreen Days. As they found the positions pretty easily now, they're all in files, they're making their way into the back straight first of 2 times, about to pass a mile marker, passing the Lord's Raceway Bendigo sign, and there's still a Rock and Roll Waltz in front. Hoping to lead all the way for Trevor Hilson. In the second position is Four Lonely Nights. In the third, What a Rockstar. Speculators fall back. And Doreen Days is still back last of all the time in the field. No moves have been made yet. The tempo is reasonably good for these paces. Pulling a little bit in the third position, it was What a Rockstar. As they're making their way around the corner now, heading into the front straight. They're going to get their bell for the 21.50. A Rock and Roll Waltz is in front. It's controlling the tempo. In the second position, Four Lonely Nights. In the third is What a Rockstar. Speculator is still back in the fourth, and Doreen Days is back last of all the time in the field. No moves have been made yet. They're going to get a bell for the 21.50 now. Open up the tempo a little bit quicker now, and there's still Rock and Roll Waltz in front. Just dropping a little bit in front. Just needs to pay attention to what it's doing. In the second position is still Four Lonely Nights. It's pulled out wide now. It's trying to look the leader in the eye. In the third position, Doreen Days in the 1-1. What a Rockstar is caught in behind that leader now, and Speculator's back last of all. As they pass 800 metres, they're heading down to Brown Park back straight for the final time. They're up on the table a little bit quicker now. Still got its nose in front as a Rock and Roll Waltz. On the outside is Four Lonely Nights looking the leader in the eye, applying that pressure to the leader. Pulling out 3 wide is Doreen Days, hoping to follow up in the 1-1. Was What a Rockstar, but it's pulling very hard. As they're making their way around the corner now, approaching the 400 metres, rounding the Great Ocean Road Real Estate home turn, heading out of the back straight. And there's Four Lonely Nights putting his nose in front. On the outside is Doreen Days, What a Rockstar, is galloped a little bit now. I think it's checked, as it was pulling a little bit too hard, and it's checked. Making their way into the front straight now. Doreen Days has put his nose in front now and has raced away now for Nigel Mill. Doreen Days. Four Lonely Nights is a solid second, and a solid third is a Rock and Roll Waltz, but it's Doreen Days and has raced away now. It's about 10 metres in front and it's going to win it. Doreen Days, Four Lonely Nights in the second, also with a Rock and Roll Waltz and Speculator, and pulled up was What a Rockstar.